Hey guys, welcome. So we are in week two, round one. So week one, round two. Sorry about that. In 5v5 GAC, and yeah, I'm up against Partikurt, who's in Clan Mandalorians. They are really good guild. I think they're like something like a medium size guild, 460 million plus or something like that. But yeah, most of these guys are really good, and he went really heavy on defense, as you guys will see in a bit. So with that in mind, I needed to switch up a few things after my first round win, because I really wanted him to stuck on one of my teams based on what he has for offense. But it turns out, as you guys can see, he full cleared me. So I set gas, dash, slicker, and Lord Vader down south up front. But then he one-shotted everything, and you guys can't see it, but he failed once against my Lord Vader. That was actually his only loss. Moving up top, I placed Ray, Malgus, possibly the strongest Malgus comp that you can set, Django lead Kuill, and then Raddus. But he one-shotted everything. I'm going back. There's nothing really strong back here. I mean, I then Mothma and Sortie. Yeah, if you don't have the right teams, that was my idea. Then he might fail, but it wasn't the case. And he also one-shotted the ships, which is, well, ships. You need RNG as well as skills. But yeah, let's move on to his defense. So his score was 1781. That's a really high score based on what he set on defense. So yeah, he set C with Malak. That Maul team is really interesting because it has that plus 25% thermometer boost, which can trigger Maul's frenzy, thanks to Armorer and Bo-Katan, and then Mon Mothma plus dash. But down south, he ran really hard on defense. So Malgus without Malak, Ray, Lord Vader, and then JMK Cat. Now, before we jump in to the battle, let me just quickly pause it, because that's Lord Vader with the Inquisitors. Now, I decided to use Bounty Hunters, and I know many of you guys are going to see the title. So before we jump in, please guys, if you're interested in GAC content, please subscribe and like and share this video. We are getting really close to the 900 subscriber mark. All my content is based around GAC. That's one of my favorite game mode after TW. So yeah, let's talk about this Lord Vader team. I still decided to use Bounty Hunters because of BAM. I had the cooldown reset, level 9 Datacron, which is really helpful. So the thing is, they had the level 6 stun ability, which was annoying, but I already triggered the contract, which was great. I was able to take out Nine Sister. So everything was looking good. And he only had around, I think, 130% health still, Lord Vader. So I wanted to put Armor Shred on Second Sister because she's the main damage dealer after Lord Vader. Next up is I wanted to take out the Grand Inquisitor. And yeah, you guys can see that that BAM's level 9 Datacron is really useful. Since GI was stunned, I was maybe able to take out Fifth Brother, but it wasn't the case. Now, disclaimer to this battle. I only had 11.2k offense, special offense on Fennic. And that might have been a bit low. Because if it was a bit higher, I think I could have like one-shotted GI and Fifth Brother as well with the mass assist, but it didn't, so I was a bit slow. Nonetheless, I was like you guys can see that the progress I was making on Lord Vader is really not that big. Like, it's just really frustrating. Like, check it out. Like, he has four armor shred already, and every time when he uses his AoE, he just heal up to 4 health and protection. So check it out, he's already in red. And now he uses his AoE and goes up to around 70% health. We are under 2 minutes. And keep in mind, the longer the battle keeps going and going, the more his damage is going to ramp up. So I'll just keep going all in. And I lost Mando. Yeah, the OG Mando. Bam is still alive, luckily. So just, yeah. At this point I was like, oh man, this isn't looking really good at the moment. Like, all the mass assist and everything is barely doing any damage. Now he has 6 armor shred, and still the damage is just, it is almost like worst. At this moment I was able to do more damage to him at the beginning. And let me know in the comments, but I don't think he should have increasing his health by any means. He's not C. Maybe I should have put on 2 more armor shred. I don't know. At this point I was really like, come on, let's just keep going. But he's about to go into ultimate as well. And yeah, so that's a loss. And that was his Datacron. I just wanted to show it. So with that, yeah, I was like, man, he only dropped 1 battle and one-shotted everything else, so it wasn't a good start at all. Like, also this one, cleanup. I wanted to clean it up with troopers because I wanted to save JKR with JKL to something else. And you guys can go back because that's another thing that frustrated me. He finished the battle with his AoE against my bounty hunters, and yet he was still able to get around it, and right before I took a turn he dropped the AoE, put the daze on us, and that was it. If you can put the daze on, then it's game over. I was thinking about bringing in somebody with a cleanse, but because he finished with his AoE, I was like, I'm sure I can do it without the cleanser. Again, that was probably another mistake, but I'm just not getting lucky these days. I really don't. I don't want to be sound this like negative video or something, but sometimes you just need to admit it. Like things happens beyond your control, and that's a fact. So I was like, okay, well, we already lost 2 battles. This is not looking good. Let's just go for full-on testing mode for the rest of the match. Like, I knew that JKL's datachron is really helpful, but even with him here, because again, whenever he uses his special, he'll get an extra turn. But check it out, his damage is like, yeah, he can do some damage, but still, I don't know what happened with this Lord Vader. It's just really frustrating. Also, keep in mind that, well, not keep in mind, but I just let you guys know that I only had an R7 Fennic this week. I was so frustrated that I took her to R8. I almost even took her to R9 because I was really drunk on Saturday after I finished the stream, so I was like, I had to walk away because I almost took her to R9 just because of that. So her special damage is around 13 plus 5k now, so that should be enough. Oh well, so moving on, I was finally able to take out Lord Vader. Now it's just about JML against Rey. I mean, this is a kind of straightforward battle. R2 here makes things a lot more difficult because he will increase the damage of Rey's. But yeah, I have 75% extra special damage on this JML datachron, so he can hit really hard. Also his team as well. Now you just what you need to do is remove the inspired from Rey, because as long as she has inspired, that's when her master is increasing, and Rey's gone. So 60 banners. Next up is JMK Mirror. I mean, I was still following my plan because that's what I had really, because he said 4 GLs plus Malgus, and I only had 3 of them because I said 3 GLs on defense. Now that's the other thing is, you guys can watch this video, by the way, if you need any help with strategy on everything, just ask for it down in the comments. And also there are 2 links in the video's description, one for my Discord server and the other one for my Twitch channel. As you guys can see in the bottom left hand corner, I have a lot of. Well, I'm saying a lot of because like 6 months ago when I started streaming on Twitch, I only had 1 or 2 members, like Mexicano, who is one of the OG members, watching, and now I get anything between 20 and 30 viewers. So I really do appreciate that. I cannot say this enough. Like, I really do appreciate your support, guys, and we are making really good progress towards the 900 subscriber mark. So yeah, what I wanted to say is about a bit of strategy. I might actually do a video about it, how to scout. Like, these days, if you want to go heavy on defense, you sort of need to commit, and what I mean by that is you either set 5 or 6 GLs on defense, or you only set 1. The good old days where you could have set like 3 and trick your opponent, those days are kind of gone. Like, unfortunately, I'm still paying the price for it every now and then. Obviously, I'm going up against really good players because I started this week in the top 50, so I'm at the really high end. But this goes for everybody, really. Okay, so once again, I'm going to use Starkiller. Well, I use Starkiller against Malgus. Now this one also only had 1 Omicron and no Malk, but this doesn't make this team any weaker, because that's actually a full Sith Empire team, so they can hit really hard. And what you need is to have a lot of shock on the field. If you have shock on somebody, then they cannot gain turn meter. Now this goes both ways though, because you guys can see that Palpatine, Mara, like my entire team has shock on them as well. So the turn meter train goes out the window. I made a mistake here, by the way. I was keep going after Malgus. What I should have done, yeah, now I switch it over to Basti. Like, you guys need to pay attention to that all the time. Whenever you can, and you can go after somebody else, always do it, because Malgus is really tanky. Obviously, the main goal is to reach Starkiller's ultimate, which we are getting really close. He's at 97. And now we reached it, so now we just pull it down. Nice. He was able to take out 3 of them. Marauder's dead as well. And now it's all about keep him under control. And what I mean by that is to try to keep shock on him, because he's immune to healing immunity, but not to shock. And shock prevents HP recovery. It doesn't prevent protection recovery though. And you also need to avoid debuffing him if you can, because then he regen health and protection. Slowly but surely we are getting there. I think that's when I realized it, by the way, because this is a recap, like my original stream is on Twitch, but yeah, I just realized it, that whenever I apply debuffs, he recovers health and protection, Obviously the shock prevents health recovery, but he can still regen protection, and it just makes the battle more annoying. But finally it was over. 61, I mean that's not bad. Actually I'm going to use Starkiller against a full Malgus DR Malak comp in round 3. After I post this video, I will probably go live, I would say, in about 2.5-3 hours. So yeah, you guys can check out the link in the video's description if you want to catch it live while I'm doing it. Because I always talk a bit more about while I'm streaming. Obviously this is like a half an hour, 40 minutes recap video on what happened. But I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions, really. I usually stream for about 2 hours, I would say. Depends on the match as well. Right, so next up is C versus C, because, well, I have Watt and Ball. He also had the R charge. I only have the health. What's it called? The max health. The 5% max health increase based on your relic level. So it's like a 45% max health boost, which is great for solo. I also have the other one, the 20%, but I got it after the 20% R charge, but I got it after the gag clock. So I will have it for week 2. Basically, in short, you just want to put the tank deck on your C. That will cleanse the shock. Actually, you cannot. No, never mind. My bad. So now, but you can still regen protection. You just want to put it on auto because there is a timeout risk here. So nice. That's done for 65 banners. Now next up is Bad Batch against Mon Mothma. This is really easy. You just need a plus 25% turn meter on your team as well, just in case, so you can keep up with them. But Shakti will do the work. Like Shakti's first move is pass the turn meter over to Echo, and after that basically just use Echo's stacks and the Wrecker's third, and that should be it. And after that just call Hunter to assist to finish it. Now this was a gear 11 sortie, so Wampa is more than capable to handle this. Just put it on auto. He'll do it. I mean, at this point, setting sortie on defense is not really good unless you want to burn somebody's Wampa. But you're just really giving away free banners. I know I set mine on defense as well, but mine is R8. Now, this team, I was really debating to using CLS here or let me pause it for a sec. To use CLS or Qui-Gon, and the reason I was like, I might still have a chance if I can one-shot everything. I might still have a chance of winning. But I was worried because Django was here. Then I might timed out. but I made a terrible mistake. I thought the Django is going to start the battle with DI for 2 turns, but it wasn't the case. I should have used CLS here, because well, you guys will see, like they are obviously running circles around me. Maul doing his thing, and now like I barely did any damage, and now I lost Anakin as well, so it was game over. Also, other thing, Ayla and Luminara was under Relic 5, so I couldn't use the Galactic Republic level 6 stun datacron. That would have been really useful, like really useful. So I lost. Yeah, I mean, you guys, if you don't know by now, if you get like a new viewer, first of all, welcome. But I'm not going to sugarcoat things, especially, well, this is more like a PG version of what's happening on stream. Like, I was really mad and angry at this point. I was still thinking about that Lord Vader fight with my bounty hunters, and if I can give one advice to you guys, obviously, like 99% of the player base aren't streamers. If you lose a battle, especially if you know that that battle you need to win something and you lose, just walk away from the game for half an hour, 40 minutes, clear your head, then come back, look at the board again, check out what you have left, and maybe start from scratch. Throw out that your game plan if you had one, write it down again. That's really important, because I could have done things a lot more different than what I did. I'm not saying it cost me the match. It's probably, if anything, it probably came down to Fennic. It was a long time coming to taking her to RA, to be honest. I'm not regretting anything. It's just, yeah, it was annoying. It's more because I'm a really competitive person. That's why I'm in Mode 1. Like one of the best TW guilds in the game. I always want to improve, and I really don't take losses lightly. I mean, this might be a spoiler alert for some of you guys, but yeah, I lost this match. But the thing about losing a match, if you can learn from it, then you come out from it as a better player. That's the thing. But if you just keep doing the same mistakes and mistakes again, then that's not good. So there was 2 teams left on the ground. It was like, let's test things. That's the other thing about losing. Sometimes I just walk away, especially on stream. I get angry, finish the stream, then come back a bit later, and I just try to test some things off stream, and sometimes I come up with really good ideas about how to beat the team. So even if you lose a match, and even if, let's say, you cannot fall clear, but you have a chance to test some something, even if it's just one single counter. Just do it. Just ignore the fact that you lost. Just go back. Because you might win your next match because of that testing. Like, these Inquisitors, I mean, yeah, they are not as good as they should have been outside TW, but with this data crown, which is going to expire in a couple of weeks, the Season 1 stun data crown, just take full advantage of it. Like in my mind personally, they are a waste on defense. Because the AI is not paying it really well, but if you can clog the speeds right, you can take out many teams with them on offense. Like, what I'm doing here is just stalling. Like, I wanted to use the special that gave an extra turn to second sister, and she was able to finish off Nest because she took her turn. And yeah, and since I had the CLS, like CLS is an overkill against Raddus. I'm actually going to use Raddus, by the way, for offense. If you guys want to check that out, the video should be out on either tomorrow or on Wednesday. Now, this battle, I didn't want it to cut out. This one is going to be a loss, but again, I just wanted to show you, if you're angry or you're frustrated, just walk away, because otherwise you're going to do the same mistake what I did. Like here, put it on hunted, on hunt stood, basic on RC, but here you should have used Shutter's third on itself, and I immediately realized it here. That was a mistake, because now I removed turn meter from Echelon, but he needed to go second immediately to quarter mass assist to heal up health and protection, and I was like, that's going to be a loss. There's no point even going about it. But again, I'm trying to make this like an educational video, so hopefully you guys will learn from it. And yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's the final result. Patakir won. I mean, congrats for him. I cannot say really anything else. He set the defense, 4 GRs, and it paid off for him. I lost against one of his GRs, against Lord Vader, and then after that I was short. I didn't have anything, I didn't have the proper teams left. So I'm 1-on-1 so far, and I think I dropped back in to 58. My next opponent went really heavy on defense again. I guess that's the theme of this week. I really want to finish the week at 2-1. If you guys see this video and made it so far, then yeah, as I mentioned it, I'm probably going to go online in about 2.5 hours, something like that. The link will be in the video's description for my Twitch channel and for my Discord as well. And please guys, subscribe, like and share the video. We are getting really close to 900 subscribers. I think we are at the moment at 872. So yeah, until that, see you next time guys. Bye.